Okay, everybody, so welcome back. This is Ian from a tiny product lab and mindful marketplace. As promised, I'm going to post this on YouTube actually for folks who are looking for some, really cool, creative, and super unique portfolio style framer templates the, that you really don't find on the marketplace. I don't think these guys actually sell their products on the framer marketplace, so it's really kind of like hard to find their work in the world. But it's very cool, very unique, and I'm going to show you some of the templates that I really like, and I'll show you how I'm using them in our own community. So this is it's called schema.supply. It's a membership style, kind of repository or collection of assets that you can use, digital assets, which include jitter files. It includes framework templates and some really cool and creative photography that I guess is AI created, as well as some kind of unique Canva templates as well. I signed up for this just as a lark over the summer. I'm recording this on the 20th of November 2025. And I signed up for 3 months and I got so much value out of this that it's completely crazy. I'm going to actually go back and sign up again for 2026. But I want to share this with folks who are looking for some like more unique style framer portfolio templates, especially if you're sick of seeing the same general style over and over again, which is kind of how most of the things on the framer marketplace appear to me. Anyway, very cool, but it's kind of like a regurgitation of the same basic aesthetic. So this is all like pretty like unique. It's very typography and minimalistic. It's very white space driven, which I really really like. I'll show you the templates that I actually use myself. Let's see if I can. These are all things that I got over the initial run that I had in their membership. So this one is called Abstract. I really like this. I think you'll see why in a second. You'll never see this, or at least I haven't seen this on discussed in the framer kind of universe. Again, these guys don't sell. It doesn't seem their templates on the marketplace. So it really it's hard to find their stuff unless you actually stumble upon it like I did. These are basically all the same, kind of images here. They just repeat the same images in this template. Obviously, you would, fix that yourself. Let's go back. Let me see. I think I have a whole section of their stuff. Maybe this is it. Here's what we just looked at. This one here I really, really like, and I've used this for some pop up stores for curated content, e commerce content. This is a little slow right now. I don't know why. But let's see. I'll just show you the URL. This is, you can see, this is what the template looks like. I actually have a live version of this. It's not this one, but you can see this is an example of me playing with this for our Mindful Marketplace community. This is WeTransfer, which I use to sell some digital products. Let's go back. It's just very, very unique and like white space driven, which I really like. Let's go back into our Framer account. Here's another one of their templates. I have more elsewhere. I just don't think they're organized as well as they should be for this video. But let's look at this one here. Again, you can see they're all really, really pretty. They're all very basic. They're very topography driven, which if you're working with people who are interested in those sorts of super minimalistic style, if you're brands that are selling clothes or that are artists and creators who are kind of a little bit kind of have more taste than your general sort of marketing types, which a lot of people are targeting with framer sites. This is just a fantastic collection of templates. Let's go back really quickly to their main site. You can see they have just all kinds of very cool things. I signed up over the summer, again, like I said, for it was like $60. You can also sign up for a year for $119. And I just think this is fantastic. They're really, really interesting designers, and they do really cool and creative work that you're not going to see promoted in the usual places and spaces where, like, the framer sort of, intelligentsia kind of appears, right? You're not going to see these guys really promoting their stuff hard on Twitter or Instagram, but their stuff is just very unique, very cool, and you can actually buy this, right? You can buy all these templates, or at least the ones you just saw in the store, in addition to all these kind of cool mock-ups and things like that. So I thought it was worth sharing. Here's another design that's similar. This is called Lena Ford. I have this one as well. They also make some changes, which is interesting, to their templates. Like everything kind of, like, I've purchased things by dint of the membership that I've come back and looked at again, and it's a little bit different. Like it's styled, the fonts are a little different, the white space is a little different, etc. Right? So this is an example of that. I have this, but I don't think it looks identical to the template now that's being sold, which is cool because you're kind of getting several iterations of the same template, when you purchase a membership to their stuff, especially if you spread it out over the course of a year. You're going to get multiple of sort of versions, or at least that appears to be the case to me. All right, in other words, they make little changes that change the template enough that it makes it, kind of keeps it cool and fresh, and you can pick the version that you like the best. All of these I think are really beautiful for content heavy style sites, not these like sort of cookie cutter, agency style, crypto landing pages that pretty much everyone seems to be promoting on Framer. Okie doke. Teach what you know, do what you love, wake up the world with your work. I'm going to show you some additional templates like these, ideal for agencies who are creating content for clients. And I think, and it's very easy. I'm certainly no Framer genius. I'm actually pretty bad with Framer relative to my skill set. But if you have just some rudimentary skills, you can create some really nice looking things using these templates. Thanks so much. See you in the next video. I appreciate you watching.